We here now. H-Town. OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, you be talking that. OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, you be talking that. I'm on that radio, I speak it though. What's on your mind, it's deep though. We'll speak it though. We on the air, just take it there, I'ma take it there. Hold up. Yeah, I'm talking about it, but I'm real about it. I speak on it, but don't catch films about it. We can chop it up like it's nothing, baby. Things that have you like, wow, now that's crazy. Now I know we getting, just take it there. Yes, this that OT show, baby, where we take it there. Like ATL, Friday, 7 p.m. straight to 9. This that OT show, baby, now we on that line. OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, you be talking that.
What's going on, everybody? We're back here live here on the OT show. And it's Friday, y'all. Hey, if you missed me, I was on around 3:15 today, and I had on CEO of Big Yorks. Joined your boy here on the show to talk about digital financial literacy. We had him on the show. The CEO, Andre, joined us here in the show. But now, we got 5 more minutes until 6 o'clock. So we here where we're going to have on artist International Nova. And I know y'all know him. Well, Mr. International Nova been around for a minute. He been working with people like Musiq Soulchild, French Montana, Terror Squad, you know what I mean, Petey Pablo, just to name a few. He actually was alongside performing with Pitbull, Backstreet Boys, Mario, and countless others. He's joining your boy here on the show today. We're going to get into what is he doing. He just had a birthday, so we definitely going to wish him a happy belated birthday. You know what I mean? And we got him here on the show today. International Nova joining your boy here in the show today. We're going to get into a lot of things with him today. Oh, man. I gotta say, it's been a very productive Friday with interviews and live interviews. And make sure y'all go ahead and check them out on OT Radio Show 1 on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We love people who subscribe, who tell other people about this beautiful show, beautiful content. We're going to keep on hitting y'all in the head with some content, with some good interviews, some good people joining your boy here on the show that's being original. You know what I mean? And I love it. I love it. Make sure you check out my man RW on Speak On It tomorrow at 10 a.m. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out my man DJ Wiz. He's going to all hip hop, Christian hip hop. Every other Sunday, he got an all hip hop Christian. Or I'm saying it backwards. Christian hip hop. You know what I mean? Christian hip hop mix. I'm going to tell y'all it's something special. I'm going to tell y'all something special. But yo, take a deep breath, y'all. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Let it out. And just say, hey, thank you for even having a breath to do anything. Because right now, that's what it counts right now. That is what's going on. This is where it counts right now. So enjoy the moment. I always tell people, enjoy the moment. Enjoy it. Because when you have that moment, make sure you enjoy it. Regardless of what it is, enjoy the moment. Even if you're just outside relaxing on your own, enjoy it. Don't let no one steal your joy. Don't let no one say you can't do nothing that you can't put your mind to. Don't tell everybody what you're doing, because everybody ain't for you. You feel me? So keep good people around you, good circle around you, and things will be good. make sure everybody's in the same vision that you are in. If you're starting a business, or you're trying to get in a business, or you're trying to do something with business, make sure the people around you have the same vision that you have. Because when people have different visions and their vision is different from yours, it won't work. And right now, our producer said that Mr. International Nova is actually online. But let's see, is he online? Yes, they say he is definitely online. We got him here. I gotta see what happened with him on his birthday. You know what I mean? Because we gotta talk about his birthday. We gotta see what happened on his birthday. Is he still recovering from his birthday? So I got him on right now. What's going on, man? How you feeling, man?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Oh, bro, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Well, first, I gave little people a little bit of information about you, but I would like for
Yeah,
you to give them the information about you, where you from, and how you got started, man.
yeah, man. I'm from the Bronx, New York, NYC, of course. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was started, man. Honestly, I grew up around hip hop. I grew up around music. You know what I mean? Latin music, reggae, Caribbean music. Growing up in the Bronx, and that's really how I got my start, man. Like, being in the city, being in New York, it's a hip hop driven city. It's a music driven city. And for me, just being a kid in the Bronx, being a Spanish kid in the Bronx, I got into a lot of trouble. I was playing ball. And, a lot of times music is what kept me out of trouble, man. And realistically, I feel like music is kind of probably what saved my life too, coming out of the Bronx. You know what I mean?
Right, 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 right. So let's talk about the music thing. Let's talk about it. You know, what was the inspiration behind you getting into the music business?
Um, I would say this. I think for me, and actually let me turn that off. But for me, what it was is, and I apologize. Actually, my cell phone. What put me on into music and what was inspirational for me was as a kid, and I like to tell the story, but I like to kind of hide certain things.
Uh
As a
huh.
kid growing up in the city, we was around the age of bootleggers, right? People bootlegging music
Right.
and people selling music on the street. And in my neighborhood, we knew the local bootleg guy, and we knew where he kept his stuff at, and he kept where he kept his music at. And as a kid, just being a kid, man, we got into his locker,
Uh huh.
broke into the the locker, took some music, took some CD, borrowed some music, borrowed some CDs,
Right.
and one of the CDs that I borrowed was Tupac, "Me Against the World." And
Wow.
man, from then on, I was hooked into music. I was hooked into Tupac. I was a kid. I was, eight, probably 8 years old, just
Uh
doing
huh.
what kids do. And I was hooked on music, man. I was hooked on hip hop. I was hooked on Tupac as an artist, as a person. You know what I mean? And really, that's when my love for music kind of grew. And then over the years, just being around people like Tone Sunshine from Terror Squad, my brother, and just different local acts in New York City, I kind of developed a love for making music. And it was because of guys like that pushed me to be an artist and pushed me to try to be an artist. And that's how I kind of became, or took the steps to become who I am today.
Right. Wow, wow, wow. Yo, man, cause you know what's funny, man? Cause I remember the bootleggers, man. I remember them being out there on the stands, man. They used to have all of the music. Right?
Everything.
Everything was out to buy everything.
This is before Napster and all these different
Yeah,
online things kind of we kind of grew up. And again, I was a kid, 7, 8, 9 years old, seeing these things, and really, man, I just fell in love with that life, with the music life, with the hip hop life, with the urban
hmm
life, and it kind of molded me to be who I am.
Oh man. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So from Wine for Me in 2017, that
Mhm.
hit the charts, the Billboard chart. How did you feel? How did you feel?
Man, I
And
felt amazing. You got to think about it, right? I'm an artist who I've had multiple situations, multiple deals.
Mhm.
But for me, as an independent artist, that's how I first got my first Billboard record. You know what I mean? It was funny because I remember the night I did the record. I was supposed to fly out to LA the next day with Bone Crusher, and I was in the studio just kind of messing around. I got my own studio, and I laid down this idea, which was wine
Uh-huh.
for me.
Mhm.
And I remember getting on the plane and me playing it for Bone and for Bone's wife, and they're like, "Oh, this is kind of dope. Like this could actually do something." And I sat on the record for like a year and a half. And one night, me and James, shout out to King James Worthy, we was in the studio just trying to go through records because we were doing a joint project.
Uh-huh.
And I remember I was playing beats, playing records, and I played Wine for Me. And it was, like I said, it was literally a finished record. And he was like, "Nah, wait, let's go back to that." And I was like, "Nah, that's a finished record. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet." And he's like, "Nah, I feel like that could be our first single." So we kind of went back to the record. We added his vocals and kind of tweaked some things, put the record out, started doing a local press run in Atlanta, Tennessee, Alabama, states around
Right.
Atlanta, Georgia. And little did we know, man, a couple weeks later, I got a phone call that said, "Yo, Wine for Me is about to be in the charts when the charts drop tomorrow." I want to say it was a Sunday night. And I'm like, "You sure you got the right phone number?" Real talk. I was like, and the funny thing is, I got the footage on tape because we record everything in the studio. We were doing behind the scenes and vlogs, and I was like, "Y'all sure y'all talking to the right person?"
Right.
Yeah, no, International Nova, James Worthy, Wine, King Psalms 2, like it's about to be on the charts and it's about to debut at number 10. And we were stuck, man. We were happy, but it was definitely surprising. But I think that that's the power of the fans, right? Like whether you a big artist, whether you got a deal or not, whether you have multi-million followers, if the fans support you, the fans are going to show that support. And one of the ways that kind of comes to fruition is being on these charts.
Facts. That's a fact. Now let's fast forward it. Let's fast forward right now. It's 2021. And right now, you then remix the single, Control Petey Pablo. All right. So how did y'all come up with that concept of doing that?
So the funny thing is the remix is actually without Petey. The remix solo version. I met Petey a couple years ago, man, through Bone Crusher. He immediately became like a big brother. One of probably the funniest people I've met in the industry, man. Petey is hilarious and super humble and down to earth. And we kind of just developed this big brother, little brother relationship, over the years. And I was just happened to be producing his new album because I produce as well. And we did like 4 or 5, maybe 6 records. And he was like, "Bro, like I love these records, but let's do some of your records." And I had just switched over to doing Latin music and Afro and Latin Afro. And I was like, "I don't know, bro. Like I'm doing Latin music. I don't know if this is gonna fit with you, what Petey Pablo is." And he's like, "Nah, like let's do it. Just send me something." So I had the night before I was getting my hair braided, and I was just coming up with this melody, and this producer sent me the beat for Controller. So I started like mumbling words and just kind of putting these melodies together. And I remember I told the girl, "Hold on, let me go down. I got the studio downstairs. Let me run downstairs. I'm gonna lay down this idea, and then I'll come back up and you can finish my hair." Exactly what I did. I sent Petey that very same rough, and I took the dogs for a walk. I came back 20, 25, 30 minutes later, and he had the verse in my inbox.
Wow.
And he called me like, "Yo, listen to the verse." And I'm like, "All right, let me hear it." You know what I mean? And when I heard it, I was like, "Yo, we got a hit." You know what I mean? And it's funny because it was like in a different part of the record. So by the time I mixed the record, I kind of moved things around and switched some vocals around to make it fit. But I knew that we had something, you know what I mean? And put the record out. And really it was to kind of give the fans a taste of where I'm at now in my career. Again, wasn't expecting it to do much of anything. And the record just kind of blew and blew and blew and blew. And we then kind of dropped the remix, which is just me on the record, and changed some of the things around musically. And next thing I know, I'm doing Good Day Atlanta. I'm doing all these big TV shows, Fox 5, and the record has just been monumental. And it's been my biggest record of my career so far.
Man, listen, man, that thing has taken off, bro. I don't know. Listen, because I know you real calm and I know you real humble. Let me say something. That shit took off, bro.
But again, I think it goes to the fans, right? Like I think as artists, man, we kind of sometimes get stuck in our ego, and we forget that really what controls our success is the fans, right? And people like yourself and DJs and shout out to DJ Self because he's playing the record on Power 105, which is the biggest radio station in New York City. And he's
Mm-hmm.
playing a Latin record on a hip hop radio station.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So for me, that is also monumental. You know what I mean? But again, I have to thank the fans. I got to thank people like you and other DJs and online influencers and platforms for allowing me and my music to kind of get heard.
Man, listen, man, when the music is good, you know it's going to be heard. Yeah, I mean, you know, ain't no question that. Let's talk about the things that you're doing in the community, man. Now, I know that you're an advocate when it comes down to the youth. I know you're an advocate when it comes down to animals, right? Yeah. And when you see that, it's kind of different coming from celebrities. Let's just go ahead and just call it like it is. It's different when you hear a celebrity that's actually into it. Like you see the commercials, right? You see the commercials, right? Oh yeah, you know what I mean? You know, SPCA, yes, we love the dogs. Right. But then in the background, it's like, oh well, you know, I just do it, just be doing it. But you is different. It's different. So can you explain to our followers and listeners and everything else, you know, especially about the advocates when it comes down to the animals? Because that's,
you know, I think first and foremost, I have to thank my family, my mom, because that's just how I was raised, right? I was raised that we always give back. We always help out those in needs, whether it's animals, humans, you know what I mean? We have to give back. We have to love everything and everybody around us. Since I was a kid, I've been really big on animals. I've been really big on dogs, especially, you know, I had 3 dogs. Now I have 2. My oldest passed away about 2 years ago. But animals are everything to me. Dogs are everything to me, you know, and me being a pit bull dad and owning 2 pit bulls, you know, I hate the stigma around pit bulls and just dogs in general.
Talk about it.
And you know, it's a sad thing because I feel like animals, it's not their fault that they're a certain way, right? Just like kids, if we raise kids the wrong way, they may do some of the wrong things that we don't want them to do.
Facts.
But they are the most loving animals, the most loving dogs are pit bulls. And for me, you know, we were looking for different organizations to partner with. Not necessarily, you know, with animals, but just in general, because I'm also big on giving back to the youth and the community.
Right.
And when I was approached to, you know, be an ambassador for Lifeline, it was like a perfect match because, again, dogs, I love dogs.
Right.
And, you know, I remember when I first moved to Atlanta, I had lost my dog. My dog, he ran away for like a week chasing a fox or something. I remember we found them about a week later at one of the impounds. And when we got there, it was wall-to-wall pit bulls. Impound. And that broke my heart, man. Like, you know, so I always said I want to do something to help the animals. And Lifeline and my team and Upscale, and we kind of partnered at the right time, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of animals in need. And I know from what we were just told, we had the biggest adoption weekend ever a couple weeks ago, where thanks to me, thanks to my fans and my supporters, we got over 400 animals adopted in one weekend, which is insane.
Yes, yes, it is.
It's a blessing, you know what I mean? I want to give back a lot more. Again, it's one of my things to, you know, give back to the community, man. If we can help, why not help? And, dogs, animals, kids, the youth, single mothers, these are all different things that I want to give and lend a hand to.
Hey man, listen, I am commending you because, you know, that's something dear to my heart when you talk about giving back, right? And a lot of people say that they give back, but I don't think they really give back.
I think that, you know, I think some people do, man. I think that some people do it for the show and for the press and the celebrity about it. But I think, you know, just like with these shows and with TV, you know, you can kind of cut through the BS and somebody's genuine heart and somebody's genuine purpose in what they're doing. So, and
that's what I say. Like, you have to be. See, a lot of people do things just to get publicity, but then you got the people who do things because it's dear to their heart, and those are the people that you know that are like, hey, listen, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is me. Regardless of the fact, this is me. It's not a show. This is me, and those are the people that are dear to my heart.
And you know, and I think that with everything in life, man, I think a person's true purpose always comes to pass. Whether it's in the light, whether it's in the dark, You know what I mean? I think sometimes, whether we like it or not, things happen, things get shown, things get seen, right?
Yeah.
A person's true purpose, a person's true heart's purpose gets shown and gets seen. And, you know, it's up to the people to recognize if it's real, if it's fake, or, you know, it's all BS.
Yeah.
But I think that a lot more celebrities, you know, if we have this platform, we need to use it for the right reasons.
Yep. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I definitely agree with you. Now since we got all the formalities, as we call it, let's get into it. You just got finished having a birthday, man. How was your birthday? Let's talk about it.
Listen, I'm still recovering, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Like, you know, I've never been big on having like big parties and big things like that, at least for my birthday.
Right.
I know we did it one time in New York in the Bronx, and it was crazy because it was right when I signed my first deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it just so happened that we were releasing my album a week after my birthday. So my team had this birthday party planned, a surprise birthday party. I thought it was just gonna be a dinner.
Right.
And I walked into this club in the Bronx with the lights off. Not just a club on a Friday night.
Right. Lights off. You know?
I walk in, the lights is turned on. It's packed from wall to wall. People, fans, just people that came out to party.
Wow.
And I thought that was an amazing experience, right?
Right.
And this past weekend, man, my team really looked out. You know, when I first moved to Atlanta, I moved out here alone, no family, no friends. You know what I mean? Just on a dream, I moved out to Atlanta, and over time, I've developed friendships, developed relationships with people that are really big in the industry or small in the industry. But I've developed some genuine friendships out here, and this past weekend was amazing. We had a surprise, I guess how you want to call it, birthday party at my crib. We had like a luau theme birthday party, man. Everybody from my brother Raz B of B2K to Miss Deb. To Diamond White, because it was also her birthday, so we celebrated my birthday and her birthday.
Oh man!
James Worthy, like all these different people came out and supported and showed so much love, man. And when I tell you, I have not drank this much in a long time this past week. You know, we did my birthday party. We went out the very next night, and then a night after that, which was Sunday, was a good friend of mine's birthday party. And her birthday party was a lingerie birthday party.
Oh wow!
All night doing that. I didn't make it home to the next day. It was crazy. Last night we did the BMF event, so great time with that. And like I said, there's been a lot of drinking this past week.
Right.
I think my liver needs to go on vacation for a couple of weeks.
Oh man, listen, man, because I know
it's a good time though, man.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I will say, and I said it the other night, it's crazy. I never had so many people in my crib. You know, but two, it was all positive vibes, man, like positive energy. People were having a good time, genuinely having a good time. Some of the biggest photographers in Atlanta came out just to hang out with us and have some drinks and take pictures. And it was dope. It was really dope. It's really, I'm really big on energy, man. And it was a really dope energy, synergy with my people. And I, you know, it's a birthday I can't forget, to be honest with you.
Man,
I
listen.
don't think my liver can forget it either.
You ain't lying about that one. Look. When you have good people around you, man, it becomes very, very good. It becomes a good experience, especially with energy. Like you said, energy.
Yeah. Everything's about energy at this point, man. I feel like, you know, we've gone through so much with the pandemic these last 2 years that if nothing else, I think that we need to realize that life is short. And at this point in your life, in my life, and anybody else's lives, you know, it's all about positivity, being happy, doing things that make you happy, and being at peace with those things. And I think that starts first with energy around you. Of course, you know, whether you believe in God, but you know those things as well. Of course, I believe in God. So for me, it starts with the Lord, my family, you know what I'm saying, and energy. And once you have those three things correct, I think everything else works out.
See. Once again, there he is. There it is. So, Mr. International Nova. Now, I gotta ask this question: how did you come up with that name, or how was that name given to you with the international? Because your name Nova, but the international. Yeah. Talk to me about that one.
So yeah, Nova's my name. Nova's my last name. It's my real last name. At the time, again, I was around all these different artists that were popping, right, from Terrace to some of the older guys like DJ Jazzy J and Kool Herc and those guys. As a kid, I was around these guys. And when I kind of first got into music one of my first biggest records was really popping overseas. Like we had did a record with Taylor Cruz called Like a Star. I had a record called NY Swag that was really big in Japan and Germany. So at the time, we had a lot of really big things going on overseas. Before a lot of people even knew that we were doing music in New York and in the US. And I remember at the time, there was so many other artists with the name Nova.
Yeah, it was.
I need something different. You know what I mean? Like, it's my real name, but I need something to kind of make me stand out from everybody else. And I was coming up with all these different things. I think Confession was the name. I'm glad I didn't run with that one. And I think I had that for like 6 months. And after a while, I was like, this is not working, bro. And shout out to my brother Tony Sunshine. He was the one that said, yo, how about International Nova? And I was like, nah, that's too long, bro. Like it like, nah, hear me out. Like, you're popping international, you this and that. And I was like, all right, what the hell? At that point, like, I was over trying to come up with a name. I couldn't come up with names. Ran with that. And again, I think certain things happen how they're supposed to happen. We might not know it at that time, but I think as time progresses, you're like, oh, that's why. You know what I mean?
That's the reason why.
And now when I look back on it, I was like, that's the best thing I could have did was name myself International, especially now in my career. Name myself International Nova. So, you know, it's dope because people either call me International, they call me Nova, they call me International Nova, but it's a name that I think at this point you can't forget. And it fits who I am as a person musically, but also me as a person outside of the music as well.
Right. Because you're global. Let's just go ahead and just call it like it is. You're global. You know what I mean? Because we're going to speak it into existence. That's what we do here. We speak stuff into existence. So you're global, right? So you are a global, international Nova. That's that's what it is. Global International Nova. If y'all never heard, y'all heard it first here. Y'all heard it first here.
I like that. We're gonna run with that one. We're gonna run with that one.
Oh man, so what do you got going on new right now that people don't know?
Oh man, so you know, of course, we have the next single that we're hopefully looking to release sometime in October. Amazing record, you know what I mean, produced by myself and Keys the Mogul, my brother. You know, we were pretty close to being done with the album. We got a lot of records. At this point, it's just about sitting down and picking the records that we think are going to make the album. At this point, I'm also trying to dive a lot deeper into the acting world and do some more acting, right? When I first came to Atlanta, I was in the Tupac movie. I did a little bit of the reality show stuff. And I have a lot of offers for reality shows, but that's not really what I want to do. I want to kind of dive more into the acting side and really flex my muscle on that side of the game. So right now we're doing some acting things, man. We're getting some scripts. We're reading through some scripts. Fashion, of course, you know, everybody knows I'm really big into fashion and putting my own sense of style into things. And merchandising. So right now I'm getting really deep into my own merchandise.
Okay.
You know, the whole Nova Baby merchandise that we're doing. So that and you know, I'm producing. We're doing a lot of records for other people. We just produced the new theme song for Neo's new TV show on Stars called Step Up. Me and my brother Keys the Mogul, we have a production team called The Society. So we produced that record. We did 5 records for Columbus Short. He has a new album coming out, The Actor. That's our brother. And you know, everybody from Vanessa Bling to Petey Pablo to all these different people, man, that we just been blessed to work with. Like, it's an amazing thing. I wrote a record for Ricky Martin.
Wow.
So, you know, we just have a lot of things that we're really just diving into, and by the grace of God, man, things are working out.
Well, you know, we just had a comment. They want to know, are you going to record any of your past recordings in Spanish?
That's a good question. I haven't even thought about that. You know, I'm really big on timing, right? And I feel like everything has its time, and sometimes, well, look at Wine for Me, right? Wine for Me sat on my hard drive for almost 2 years before I put it out.
Wow.
So who knows if I would have released it at an earlier time, if that would even hit the charts, right?
Right.
It could have been a dud. But I'm really big on timing, and I think that everything has its time, and my past music, I think, was meant for that time frame. My new music, I think, is meant for this time frame and beyond. So I don't know. I've never thought about that. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I think it would be dope. I don't know. I don't know. I would have to really think about that. I think that's different. I haven't really ever thought about that. Where I'm at in my career now,
Right.
with records like NY Swag and you know, Photogenic and all even records with me and Tony. Like, it's a dope idea. I haven't thought about it, but it's a dope idea. Who knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. But again, I'm really big on everything has its time. So for me,
Yeah.
I'm really big on, and one thing also that I'm really anal about, and I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm really picky about is going back and messing with stuff that I already recorded.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm just really big on everything having its time and its energy.
Right.
And vibe. And sometimes, you know, I may not have the same vibe that I had when I recorded that 2 weeks ago.
That's true.
And that was a whole different thing. So, you know, I think a lot of things kind of play into that. But, you know, if the fans want it, I'm all about what the fans want. So, you know, if they want that, I have no problem doing it.
Hey, I think you need to. I think you need to ask that question. I think you need to ask that. I think you need to go on your IG and ask that question. Like, hey, would y'all like any of my past recordings in Spanish?
That's so. You know, I think that people have done that. Like, look at what's the girl's name, man? She recorded a lot of her old recordings to re-release it again because now she can own the masters.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of business stuff that can kind of happen with that as well that I think would be dope. But who knows, man? I might pose that question.
Yeah. Pose that question. So now you have all the stuff going on, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about a little bit about your merchandise, because you talked about merchandise a little bit. So give our fans a little sneak peek about the merchandise that's going to be coming out soon.
Yeah, you know, for a while, people have been asking me for like t-shirts and hoodies, and I always thought it was kind of funny to see people wearing my face on their shirts.
Uh-huh.
And I did a limited run about it. I want to say about a year ago out here in Atlanta, and it did pretty well. It was really more free merchandise, right? But as I kind of get deep into where I'm at now as an artist, but also a businessman, I know that a lot of my future monies coming in also is dependent on merchandising, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me diving deep into the fashion world and even the acting world, I feel like why not try different fashion ideas? Now, I'm not going to go Kanye with it, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not going to make a slipper and charge $800 for a slipper, but I think that, you know, it allows me to, again, be creative with my brand, be creative with the whole Nova Baby brand that I'm kind of developing as an artist with my music, but also outside of the music.
Right.
And it's funny. I did a couple of test pieces, man, and I went to the store, and I think it was a Walmart or something. And it's always funny at Walmart because I feel like I always get stopped at Walmart when I'm looking the craziest. People want to take pictures, which is hilarious to me. But you know, it's a Nova Baby shirt, and I remember the one of the chicks at the store stopped me. She's like, "Oh my God, where you get that shirt from? Is it from the Nova store?" And I'm like, "Nah, not from that Nova store, but you know, I'm Nova. This is my brand." And she was like, "Man, where can I buy it?" And I was like, "Well, you can't buy it just yet, but thank you for the feedback because that lets me know that this is going to work." So you know, I'm hoping within the next 30 to 60 days, we're going to have a good amount of merchandise available for the fans. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to package it with releases, with records, with singles, or his own store type of a thing. So, you know, I'm all about being creative with my ideas, man, and with our brand. And I'm hoping that, you know, I can figure out something super creative, super exciting for the fans. You know, we're thinking about doing like a ladies' night, Friday nights type of thing on IG. Maybe I can package it with that. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's the best promotional campaign around it to make it work.
Well, I think I might can help you with that. So if someone buy a merchandise, right?
Yeah.
You can have something exclusive, like an exclusive song that you can't get on a record, but you can get exclusive from you buying this merchandise.
That's hard. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and I think that's what, see, ideas like that, ideas with things that involve more than just your music, I feel like it makes you, it can make you a household name. At some point, people may get tired of the music, but they may not get tired of the person.
Yeah.
They may not get tired of the brand. So I think that's a dope idea. And again, I think that's kind of where I was kind of going with it, whether I package it with music, make it his own thing, do kind of a mixture of both. Because you know, nowadays too, beyond the actual front scenes and what people see behind the scenes, merchandising, as long as you package it with actual music, counts as a stream, counts as So there's different things that we can do. I mean, I'm excited, man. I think I'm really like I gotten really deep into it. I bought shirt presses and heat presses and vinyl machines, and I'm one of those guys, man. Like if I do something, I gotta do it 100%.
You gonna go? Yep.
And I gotta learn it. I gotta really learn it from top to bottom. So that's what I'm doing right now.
All right. Well, listen, man. I appreciate you, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. And you gotta come back on, man. We gotta have you.
Yeah, man. Listen, I appreciate you having me. Thank you for the platform, bro. Anytime you need me, we here, man.
Man, listen, I appreciate that. All right, so go ahead and tell everybody where to get you at on your IGs, because you know everybody want to know.
Man, follow me on International Nova, NOVA, all social media. I'm super active on IG, super active on Facebook, Twitter as well. But follow me, I follow back, I slide in DMs. You know, I have a good time, man. I'm very big on having conversation with my supporters. So, drop a comment, drop a like, let's talk, let's conversate, let's crack some jokes. I'm all about that, man. Let's have some fun.
Facts. All right, man. Well, listen, man, I definitely appreciate you, man.
Yes.
Welcome to the family. Welcome to the show. We definitely appreciate everything that you're doing. You already know we already following you. We already looking to see everything that you're doing.
I got to follow you guys back too, man. I saw you guys follow me. I just woke up from a nap a little while ago. And I'm still trying to recover.
Y'all, because I'm about to say that's the recovery. That's the recovery sleep.
I'm telling you, man. Listen, my liver is tapping out for this weekend. But I'm following you back as well. And go stream my new record, man. Controller. You can stream both versions of it. You know what I'm saying? Me and Petey, or just me. Every stream counts and it helps, man. And I think that again, I'm nothing without the fans. I'm nothing without people like you who support me and support what I'm doing. So I appreciate you.
Oh man, listen, man, I appreciate you because once again, like I tell people, without you, there won't be no me. You know what I mean? And that's a true fact. So I appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
I'm definitely gonna be keeping in touch with you, man, and everything that you're doing. So you already know you got a platform here. You can always come back anytime you want to. Just say the word, and we'll plug you right on there, man.
Much love, bro. Definitely, wishing you much success as well. Going into your platform, further into your platform, and stay healthy, man. Let's all stay healthy. Let's all protect each other, love each other, and everything else is gonna fall into place.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. Salute to you, bro.
Salute, bro.
Oh man, good show, man. Oh man, appreciate my man International Nova joining your boy OT here on the show. Hey, if y'all missed anything, y'all can go ahead and replay it back there on YouTube. OT Radio Show 1. You can hear all the replays, all the re-shows, everything. International Nova, I appreciate you, bro, for joining your boy here on the show. Appreciate the love. And y'all make sure y'all go follow him at International Nova. That's it. That's all I gotta say. But hey, love y'all. Y'all be good. And I will see y'all in a couple of minutes because we're gonna have another artist going to be joining your boy here on the show at 7:15. So listen, I love y'all. Y'all be good, and we'll see you back here at 7:15. Peace, love, and happiness. If y'all know where that movie came from, y'all know where that quote came from, y'all better check out that movie. Y'all ain't gonna tell y'all because y'all already know. I love y'all. Peace.